today in Thailand. It is Saturday, 31st of October, 2020. I have a nice story to share with you. This morning I wrote an article. The title of the article is Tall Trees with Yellow Blossoms. I have to take you way back 28 years ago when my mother was 84. At her birthday, usually I would print a book for her to give her as a birthday present. But that year I told her that I plan to start the training program. This training program is meant for the lay women. As an academic, at that time I realized that lay women do not have much education, training in Buddhism. As you know that in Buddhism in Thailand at that time, there were no bhikkhunis, and when you go to the temple, it's always the male monks. And female usually are kept apart because we cannot have direct contact with the monks. Even making offering, if you go with your male friends, usually you would urge your male friends to make offering on your behalf. The monks, if they receive offering from you, they will put a white cloth in front. Oh, white cloth does not have to be white, any color really, but usually the monk would have this receiving cloth which is yellow, just like their robe, to offer the offering from women. Women are kept away, in fact, kept away from Buddhist tradition because of this gender issue. And in school, we used to have classes to study about the teaching of Buddhism, but later on I realized that from my children's time, they removed that course, that particular course. So in that sense, Buddhist women in Thailand do not have any proper education about Buddhism at all. So I thought of this training program which is called Buddha Savika. Buddha Savika. Savika means from the word Savaka. Savaka means one who sits near the Buddha. But if the female one, then it becomes Savika. The E, R at the end make the noun into female. So Buddha Savika means female or lay women who actually come close to the Buddha, come close to receive the teaching. So this particular course, training course, started when my mother was 84. That is 28 years ago. Because this year, if she was alive, she would be 112. So we started. I kind of made a vow, that I was going to organize for 108 women. How do you come to that figure? How do you come to that number? It's auspicious number for Buddhists. When you go to Bodh Gaya, you buy this mala, you buy the rosary, Buddhist rosary, it always consists of 108 beads. I thought it was a very auspicious number, and I aimed to train 108 lay women at that time. I made a public announcement in the newspaper, in the local newspaper. And as registration came, there were 111. But on the morning of April 6, which was my mother's birthday, exactly 108 women turned up. There were couples, not husband and wife, but there were mother and daughter like that, maybe 4 or 5 couples. It was very moving how both the mother and daughters would choose to be trained together at this time. Of course, they also were Venerable Grandma's disciples. So they came forward, mother and daughter. Sometimes one mother but 2 daughters also joined this group. Behind my vow, I made a wish that if my future life is going to be in this direction for the spiritual development, may this figure become real. These 108 women became real. And as 108 women turned up, I knew that this must be my path. The next day, I went and asked Venerable Mother, now we call her Venerable Grandmother, but at that time I addressed her as Venerable Mother. What do you think about this training? 108 women turn up. She said, last night I had a dream. No, it was not a dream. She said, I saw tall trees in this temple. Tall trees. And these tall trees blossom yellow flowers. So this was 108 women, and at that time it's 28 years ago. So the training continued. In the training, I gave them Buddhist history. Of course, I emphasized on the history of the enlightened women, enlightened nuns, which some of them have never heard of the stories before. And because of that training, that's why I brought out a book on the 13 enlightened nuns, both in English as well as in Thai. Only later on then we received the statues. The statues of 13 enlightened bhikkhunis came later after this training. I gave them the historical background of Buddhism. I gave them the history of the enlightened women. Of course, very important, the main teaching, the core teaching that they must know, that is the very first sermon that the Buddha gave to the 5 ascetics, the 4 noble truths. And sometimes I also explain to them about the theory of non-self, which is very unique of Buddhism. But it is to draw the lay people to this training course. So sometimes I add games. These games, they're lots of fun, lots of laughter. But at the end of the game, then I would explain the meaning why I allow them to do this particular game. They could see anger, they could see greed, they could see hatred that they themselves experience while playing the games. Also, I gave them physical exercise of doing the basic yoga and Qigong. Qigong is the breathing exercise, but also together with the movement in Chinese style. So this training continued on. We offer them on the weekends, like sometimes we have weekends and then the public holiday falls either on Friday or Monday. So that we will have 3 days. So this 3-day training course was offered 3 times a year. And this continued up to present day. So the previous one was 75th. Was it? 80? 80 already, I don't remember exactly, but if you calculate, if you multiply 28 years to 3, then you will get the exact number that we are doing. Yes, so we still keep on doing this training course. And now, after my ordination, after the Bhikkhuni Sangha is introduced in this land, now we can say that yes, we do have tall trees with yellow blossoms in our monastery. And of course, we hope to nurture these trees so that they keep blossoming the yellow flowers into the future. So this is the story of the article I wrote. It is a very good reminder for us that this has started 28 years ago, and I see it as a kind of prediction from the vision that my mother had with these tall trees with yellow blossoms. Thank you. เดี๋ยวแม่เล่าให้ฟังเป็นภาษาไทยนะ